Hey, good morning and welcome to this week's edition of Midweek Manna. We're happy to have you join us today. Our thoughts and our prayers and all of our well wishes go with the families of the Parkland, Florida school shooting. That is a terrible thing to have happened yet again in our country. And also, my heart and thoughts and prayers go out to all of the families of the law enforcement officers that have lost their lives in the past few weeks. We know throughout our country, our law enforcement officers have faced all types of danger and situations that have caused even them to lose their lives. And so, my thoughts and my prayers go out with them as well. In talking about those two events out of many that take place across our country and around our world, I want to encourage you all. I want to encourage all of us to not let evil stifle our plans to get involved. Don't let what's happening today hold you back from being positive, from giving a good word, or just a bit of advice to somebody, or asking someone how they're doing, shaking their hand, giving them a warm smile. Several weeks ago, I was driving on my way home, and I was coming across a bridge that's a relatively high bridge in the area of where we live. And sadly, this bridge is used by individuals who feel like they're at the end of their rope, that there is no hope for them. And they drive to the top of this bridge and they take their lives by jumping off. Well, this one particular day, I'm on the phone and I'm talking to my wife. I get to the top span, the top of the span, and I glance over and I see a car that has stopped at nearly the top span. So I hung up the phone. I didn't even dial 911. There's a special number that you can dial when you're along the interstates here in our state. And I call them and I let them know that, listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're broken down, but there is someone that's on the top of that bridge and I could see someone in that car. I don't know the outcome. They didn't call me back and say, "Hey, this is okay," or "This happened." I don't know. But all I know is that I prayed very hard after getting involved. And that's what I want all of us to do. I want us to go out to be able to fulfill the call of duty as Christians, to do good as God commands us to do good. I hope to post the Sunday sermon coming up that is about the order of operation and sticking to God's plan. Because as the church, we've got to get our marching orders from God and to march out in the call that He has already laid out for us. But as we move further and further away from God, our call to action seems to lessen as Christians. We can't construct our own plans away from God. We must become soldiers in His army. And that causes us to get involved. So when we see those individuals that may not seem like themselves, or may need a comforting word, or whether they're our family or our neighbors or even a stranger, find a way to do good. Find a way to break out of being accustomed to the environment that just surrounds all of us now, where we are hearing school shootings and law enforcement officers being taken, whose lives are being taken away, babies who are being born into this world to drug addicted parents and mothers and fathers. We can get involved. We can say something. We can do something. There's always a resource available from us to the world. And it doesn't always have to be money. It could be an investment of time. So, I wrap it up today with something that the Apostle Paul says that he was inspired by the Holy Spirit to write. When I desire to do good, evil is all around. Evil is still going to be around us. But our desire, Paul's desire, was still to do good, to still be a beacon of light, pointing others to Christ, because there is hope, capital HOPE, and His name is Jesus. So I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your families. I'm praying for America. And I'm praying that the church, that we will continue to get involved and make a difference in the lives of others, some way, some shape, some form, somehow. God bless you. this week's Midweek Manna. Take care.